You find something you really want to buy, maybe a high-end piece of tech, but the price is simply too high. So you decide to wait. You check the store window, you check your watch, and you hold out for a sale. In the stock market, investors do this every single day. They find a great company, decide the current stock price is too expensive, and then just sit on their cash. They wait for a dip, and while they wait, that money does nothing. But imagine if that electronics store paid you a cash fee today, just for signing a contract promising that you will buy the item if it ever hits the lower price you were already waiting for. This concept is the core of a strategy called the wheel. It is a 3-step repeating cycle designed to turn that waiting period into a source of cash flow. This strategy operates like an insurance company. You are acting as the underwriter, collecting fees from other people in exchange for making specific calculated agreements. Let's look at how this works. Say you want to buy 100 shares of a strong company. We'll call it TechCorp. It is currently trading at $100 a share, but your target price is $90. On this chart, we see the price at $100. Instead of just waiting, you draw a line at $90. You set aside $9,000 in cash and make a formal market promise to buy those shares if they hit $90 within the next 30 days. This contract is what traders call a cash-secured put. Because other investors are worried about a market drop, they will pay you an upfront fee, let's say $200, to take that purchase obligation off their hands. That cash moves into your account the moment you sign. If 30 days pass and TechCorp stays above $90, your promise expires. You keep your cash and you keep that $200 fee. You can repeat this every single month. You are essentially getting paid to place a limit order for a stock you wanted to own anyway. This first phase puts your idle capital to work, allowing you to collect the fear premium from other participants who are looking for protection. Now, consider what happens if the market actually drops. In this scenario, TechCorp falls to $88. Because the price is below your $90 line, the market calls on you to keep your promise. You use your reserved cash to buy the 100 shares at the $90 price you agreed to earlier. While the stock is currently at $88, remember that you already pocketed that $2 per share fee. When you factor that in, your actual price per share is $88. You bought the dip you were waiting for with an extra cushion. Now that you own the shares, you move to the next step. You make a new promise to sell these shares if the price recovers to $100. This is called a covered call. Investors will pay you another fee, another $200, for this new agreement. A new line is drawn above the stock and your cash bucket grows again. If the stock stays below $100, the agreement expires. You keep the shares, you keep the cash fee, and you sign a new contract the next month to get paid again. This process acts as a buffer. Even if the stock price doesn't move for months, the repeated cash fees you collect are constantly lowering the amount of money you have tied up in the investment. Eventually, TechCorp might see a sudden recovery. In this case, the price climbs quickly to $105. You must fulfill your agreement and sell your shares at the $100 strike price. You won't participate in the extra $5 of growth because your exit price was locked in. This ledger tallies the final profit, $1,000 from the stock's rise, plus every monthly fee collected. Your shares are sold, returning your account to cash with significantly higher capital. The wheel completes a full turn, ready to restart. While the math is compelling, this strategy has limits. You give up the big gains during a sudden market surge, and if a stock's value drops towards zero, your cash fees won't stop the loss of your original investment. This is why the choice of stock is the most important part. Successful traders only run this on stable, high-quality companies they would be comfortable owning for years, even if the price stays down for a while. The wheel is a disciplined mathematical habit. It turns the act of waiting into a system, ensuring you are compensated every time you make and keep a market promise.